Hello, conversation starters. Welcome to our channel, Top 10s You Should Know. Ever felt like you're stuck in small talk purgatory, nodding along to weather updates, and so what do you do while secretly screaming, "Let me out"? What if I told you you could turn awkward silences into magnetic connections, one question at a time? Today, we're revealing top 15 small talk tips to instantly connect with anyone. From elevator chats to dinner parties, these hacks will make you the most memorable person in the room. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's swap "I hope they don't ask me anything" into "I've got this." Oh, and don't miss number 9. It's tied to Nobel Prize-winning research on human connection. Let's dive in. 1. Start with a question. Curiosity killed the awkward silence. Let's kick off with the ultimate icebreaker. Ask a question. A Harvard Business Review study found people who lead with curiosity were rated 65% more likable. Here's my ritual. Instead of "How's work?" yawn. Try "What's one thing you've learned this week?" One viewer wrote, "I asked a stranger that, and now we're friends." Science snack. Questions activate mirror neurons. Others feel heard, not interrogated. Pro tip, use "What's your favorite?" to uncover passions. 2. Master the art of listening. Don't just wait to speak. Charismatic people don't interrupt. They listen to learn. A MIT study found active listeners are rated 40% more trustworthy. My ritual, I nod, mirror body language, and wait 2 seconds before responding. One viewer wrote, "I stopped interrupting, and now my team actually hears me." Science snack. Listening builds rapport. Confidence thrives on trust. Pro tip, mentally summarize the speaker's point before replying. 3. Use their name. The personal touch. Raise your hand if you've ever forgotten someone's name. Likeable people remember names and say them often. A Yale experiment found hearing your name lights up the brain's reward center like a firework. Here's my hack. When I meet someone, I repeat their name 3 times. "Nice to meet you, Sarah. Let's chat, Sarah." One viewer raved, "I used this at a networking event and landed a client." Science snack. The brain loves personalization. Names signal you matter. Pro tip, if you forget, say, "I'm terrible with names. Can you remind me?" Honesty wins. 4. Share a tiny story. Make it human. Ever notice how people light up when you share a personal anecdote? A Journal of Personality and Social Psychology study found storytelling increases perceived warmth by 50%. Here's where it gets real. Instead of "I work in marketing," say, "I help small businesses grow, like my friend's bakery." Result? Instant connection. One viewer wrote, "I shared my cat's escape story, and now I've got a new bestie." Science snack. Stories trigger oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Pro tip, keep it short and relatable. 5. Observe the room. Find common ground. Ever walk into a party and panic? Don't. Observe first. A University of Rochester study found people who scan for shared interests, e.g. art on the walls, the event's theme, connect faster. My ritual. At a tech conference, I spotted a Star Wars pin on someone's lanyard. Love Star Wars? Instant bond. One viewer raved, "I mentioned the venue's vintage decor and made a friend for life." Science snack. Shared experiences build instant rapport. Pro tip, use the environment to start conversations. "This band is amazing, right?" 6. Laugh at yourself. Relatable. Perfect. Ever met someone who never lets you see their flaws? Boring. Likeable people laugh at their own mistakes. A Journal of Personality and Social Psychology study found self-deprecating humor makes you 30% more relatable. Here's my ritual. When I spilled coffee on a client, I said, "This is why I'm a tea person." Result? They hired me for being human. One viewer raved, "I made a joke about my bad dancing and got asked to join a group." Science snack. Laughter reduces social pressure. It tells people, "I'm not threatening." Pro tip, share a minor flaw first. "I'm a terrible dancer, but I'll still embarrass myself." 7. Compliment with specificity. Skip the generic praise. Likeable people don't say "nice outfit." They say "that color makes your eyes pop." Specific compliments show you're paying attention. A Psychology Today survey found specific praise increased likability by 50%. My ritual, I highlight unique traits. "Your presentation flow is genius." One viewer raved, "I complimented my crush's laugh, and now we're dating." Science snack. General praise feels fake. Specifics build trust. Pro tip, keep it genuine. Don't overdo it. 8. Mirror body language, the subconscious bond. Ever notice how great friends seem to sync in conversations? Likeable people unconsciously mirror gestures, posture, and even speech patterns. A science study found mirroring increases trust by 40%. Here's my hack. If someone leans forward, do the same. If they gesture with hands, match it. One viewer wrote, "I mirrored my boss's tone and got a raise." Science snack. Mirroring creates subconscious bonding. It's why babies copy parents. Pro tip, don't overdo it. Subtle imitation is key. Icon. 9. Cold exposure. The Nobel hack for alertness. Okay, this one sounds wild, but hear me out. Nobel Prize-winning research on cold adaptation found short bursts of cold, like a 30-second splash, boost brown fat, which sharpens focus and courage. When I had a big networking event, I did a cold plunge. Result? My nervous energy vanished. I spoke clearly, made eye contact, and even cracked a joke. One viewer wrote, "I power pose and cold dip before calls, and I feel unstoppable." Science snack. Cold exposure activates norepinephrine, a hormone that reduces anxiety. Pro tip, start small. Splash wrists or take brisk walks. 10. Speak clearly. Command attention. Charismatic people don't mumble, they own their voice. A Stanford study found clear, moderate-paced speech increased perceived competence by 50%. My mistake. I'd rush words to sound smart. Then I tried the 3-second rule. Pause before speaking. Result? Listeners leaned in instead of zoning out. Science snack. Slow speech gives your brain time to organize thoughts. Pro tip. Record yourself reading aloud. Listen for clarity. 11. Ask follow-up questions. Deepen the bond. Ever ask a question and stop at the answer? Big mistake. A Harvard Business Review study found follow-up questions increased trust by 70%. Here's my hack. After "what do you do?" dig deeper. What's the most fun part of your job? One viewer wrote, "I followed up with a coworker and now we're besties." Science snack. Follow-ups show genuine interest, not just politeness. Pro tip. Use "tell me more about" to keep the flow. 12. Use humor. Lighten the mood without overdoing it. Ever notice how toxic people hate humor? A University of New Mexico study found well-timed jokes reduce conflict by 30%. Here's my ritual. I share light, self-deprecating humor. I'm a terrible dancer, but I'll still embarrass myself. One viewer raved, "I joked about my coffee addiction, and now coworkers seek me out." Science snack. Jokes activate the prefrontal cortex, the brain's logic hub. Pro tip, watch stand-up to train timing. Laughter is a skill. 13. Talk about shared experiences. Bond over we. Ever bond with a stranger over a delayed flight or a rainy day? A Journal of Social Psychology found shared experiences create instant camaraderie. Here's my ritual. At a networking event, I said, "This heat wave is brutal. How are you surviving?" Result? We laughed, bonded, and exchanged business cards. One viewer wrote, "I talked about our office printer jamming, and now I've got a lunch buddy." Science snack. Shared struggles light up the brain's empathy center. Pro tip. Use we language. We're all stuck in this meeting. Let's make the best of it. 14. Practice the 2-minute rule. Act fast, not perfect. Raise your hand if you've ever frozen during small talk. A productivity lab experiment found people who started conversations within 2 minutes of meeting someone built stronger bonds. Here's my hack. When I spot someone interesting, I give myself a 2-minute countdown. Talk by the time this ends, or regret it. One viewer wrote, "I gave myself 2 minutes to approach my crush, and we're dating." Science snack. The brain loves deadlines. It pushes you to act. Pro tip, pair with a drink in hand. It lowers anxiety. 15. End with a next time hook. Leave them wanting more. Great small talk doesn't just end, it sets the stage for next time. A Forbes leadership coach found people who ended conversations with "let's grab coffee soon" or "I'll text you about that" were 80% more likely to reconnect. Here's my ritual. After a chat, I say, "let's continue this later." One viewer raved, I ended with, "we need to swap playlists, and now we're collaborators." Science snack. The brain loves unresolved tension. It drives future action. Pro tip, use a question to end. Can't wait to hear how that works out. Text me. Which tip will you try tonight? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your wins. Smash that subscribe button if you're ready to own the room, and tap the bell so you never miss a tip. Until next time, remember, great conversations aren't magic, they're habits. And guess what? You've got the tools. Now go out there and connect.